So week 2 for Champion Stadium is Among Us, and the first week we're gonna have Grimsley weak to Grass. We're gonna have Marshall weak to Poison. Iris is gonna be weak to Dragon because she's gonna be for week 2 now. Chantal is gonna be weak to Water, and then Kaylin is gonna be weak to Electric. And big shout out to Andrew for helping with these team compositions again. Big shout out to him, because majority of the teams, or if not all the teams again, were from Andrew. So big shout out to him. So for Grimsley, he is going to be the first one that we're going to be talking with or talking about. Because he's going to be weak to Grass. So the team that Andrew put together is going to be Brendan with Sceptile as the striker. And then we're going to have Dawn, because Grimsley is going to be a physical attacker from what it looks like. And Dawn being the supportive or tank is going to be beneficial, because every time Dawn gets hit, she is going to be lowering the physical attack of the enemy, allowing you to tank much better and allowing Sceptile and Brendan to take more hits so that they can last in battle a lot longer and they don't have to worry about taking damage. Because we also got full restore from Torterra, so if you really need to heal up, you got that. And then for the next member, we're going to have Skyla. So Skyla and Swanna is going to be another crucial support on the team, because she's going to be boosting Sceptile with the speed. So Sceptile gets multiplier from the speed, so that's going to help him a lot when it comes to doing damage. And the team all around isn't that fast either, so having Skyla boosting everybody's speed is going to be good on dishing out damage as well, because the faster your move gauge goes up, the more attacks you're going to be able to dish out on the enemy, allowing you to beat them very fast. And Sceptile with the multipliers, with Leaf Storm, if you have the proper build, he is going to be very strong. Especially if you have him 6-star. If you have him 6-star and you have all those multipliers in effect, he should be able to knock out the side Pokemon after his sync move. But even if you don't knock out the 2 side Pokemon, after you knock out Sharpedo, Tyranitar, and Crocodile will be very weak, so then it will probably take you 1 or 2 Leaf Storms on both of them to finish them off. So Grimsley is going to be a very easy opponent to beat, because Brendan has been out for a long time now. He's been out for like about a year, almost. I think he's been out ever since the game was originally out. So if you're a long-time player, you most likely have at least 1 copy of him, so that'll be easy for you to do. And then same with Dawn and Torterra. They've been out for a while and they're a spotlight, just like with Brendan. So I'm sure a lot of people have Torterra as well. And then Skyla and Swanna, they're free to play. So everybody should have them even 6 stars, because they are a very good support, if not like one of the best supports in the game. So I'm sure everyone should have Skyla anyways. So Brendan and Sceptile for the striker, Dawn and Torterra as one of the supports, and then Skyla and Swanna as another support to help with healing and speed. They're mostly there to help with the speed issue, along with a potion, because we know they're really good with potion as well. So you can use the full restore on Torterra if you really want to do that, and then you could have the potions for Brendan and Sceptile, which would be good too. So that's going to be the team for Grimsley, for the Grass Week for Grimsley. It's definitely a good team, because again, like, I'm sure a lot of people have those sync pairs anyways, because they've been out for a long time. And then Skyla and Swanna being a free-to-play sync pair that everybody can get. I feel it is a great team for everyone to use, and the damage output that you can do is going to be very good. So that's going to be the team for Grimsley. Very solid team for sure. And then next up is going to be Marshall. So for Marshall, the team that Andrew put together is going to be Signasuit Leaf, Lucy, and Janine. And for this, it is going to be very easy to get max points with them, just because the Toxic Stall, and this team is just going to be very good stalling wise, because we know how good Signasuit Leaf is when it comes to poison with that AoE. And then the healing that she could do, Janine with the wrap, because when you wrap the enemy, that's going to be even more damage per turn that they're going to be taking. And then Janine, it's a very, very good team, and it's going to help with getting max points for or against Marshall. And just Signal Suit Leaf, just note that you only get to poison the enemy when you are in base form. So after you Mega Evolve, you're not going to have the chance to poison anymore, so just be aware of that. And I'm sure a lot of people do know that anyways, but just in case you don't, just beware that after you Mega Evolve, they will, you won't be able to poison the enemy anymore. Because after the first sync move, they tend to get rid of the poison. Like, it's not a guaranteed chance, but it is a chance that they have to remove the poison. So just be aware of that. So after their first sync move, if you want to wait to Mega Evolve, you can do that. Just in case they do get poisoned. But if you do Mega Evolve with Venusaur before they sync move and they do get rid of the poison, then you could go in with the Lucy with Poison Fang so that you can get the poison to activate again on Breloom. Because obviously Breloom is going to be the one where you're going to want to make sure you have poison on him. Because it's the boss Pokemon, so you definitely want to make sure that he's poisoned, because he's going to have the most HP. So the longer the battle stalls out for, the more HP they have, the more damage that they're going to take per turn with the poison. Especially if they're badly poisoned, that's what you want to go for. Because after Venusaur Mega Evolves, the damage is going to increase. And that's another reason why you want to make sure that Breloom stays poisoned, because Venusaur is going to add that extra damage on poison. So again, for Marshall, the team is going to be Signal Suit Leaf, Lucy, and Jeline. Next up is Chantal, and she's weak to water. So the three strikers that we have for Chantal is going to be, obviously one of them is going to be May. Another one is going to be the recently 6-star Barry and Empoleon, and that's going to be another option that a lot of people are going to be going for. And the final option that we have is actually Palkia, because we know Palkia is very strong with his Hydro Pump. So those are going to be the three attackers that we came up with to do the damage against Chantal. And then for the support, we have two. One of them is going to be Signal Suit Blue, and then the other is going to be Elisa. Elisa's probably going to be a good option as well for Barry, just because with Breathtaking, you're going to be able to get to your sync move very fast. And she could also increase the special attack damage for Barry as well. Because Barry isn't like completely self-sufficient, so Elisa is going to help in that sense. And then obviously Signal Suit Blue helping with increasing special attack and the offensive stats for the strikers. He's an amazing support. We know what he can do. And then for the other side, we have May as well. If you want to use Palkia, because May can set up rain, so Palkia is going to be having that little buff there. So May is going to be a great option as like the tech type of the team. And then along with May, we have Clement. Because if you want to use May as the striker, though, then Clement is going to be the perfect partner for May. Because Clement does lower the accuracy of the enemies. And we know when the enemy has their accuracy lowered, May gets that little multiplier added. So she's going to be hitting very, very hard with Clement on the team. And then for the other tech type on the team that can help with damage is going to be Serena. And you want to bring Serena if you have Empoleon and Barry because of Cakewalk. Because Serena is going to be able to increase her speed, and she's going to be able to lower the enemy's speed. So that's going to be a nice team for damage-wise with Barry as well. Serena is very good. We know what she can do. But being able to lower the enemy's speed to help with Barry's damage and increase her speed, very, very good right there. So again, for the strikers, we have May, Barry, and Cyrus with Palkia. And then for the support, you could either use Signal Suit Blue or Signal Suit Elisa and Rotom. And then for the tech types, we have Clement, May, if you want to go with May. And then we have Serena. So those are the options that we came up with for Chantal. And they're great options, and the synergy between everyone is great. So if you have any of them, you could choose between them, and you're going to have an easy time against Chantal. Next up, we have Caitlyn. And Caitlyn, there's really no competition here. If you have Zekrom, Zekrom is going to be like the best choice for going up against Caitlyn, because he's just insanely strong, and he's the best electric type striker in the game right now. And then paired up with Zekrom, the obvious choice for the tech type is going to be Luxray with Volkner. An obvious choice because in electric terrain, that's going to be a buff for Zekrom's electric type move. And then for the next type or for the next partner for Zekrom and Luxray, it's going to be Hilbert. And the way Hilbert's grid is set up, it is a perfect partner for Zekrom and N. Like, they're completely perfect together. They're perfect together. Like, you might as well just put a ring on them and just call it done. But seriously, that is a killer team. Because we know when Zekrom has his training move active, he is gonna hit a bunch of damage, and especially with Hilbert helping with giving Zekrom crits, defense, speed, like, it's just a perfect combination. And when you have Luxray with Volkner with Electric Terrain, the amount of damage, like, these guys are gonna be dead within like before 8 turns. Like, there's no way they're gonna be surviving this, especially after the sync move. It is gonna be done. If you have Hilbert at 6 stars too, you're probably going to want to sync move with Hilbert first. But at the same time, if you want to go and sync move with Zekrom beforehand as well and get that AoE off, you're going to be good with that too. Because the amount of damage that you're going to do on your sync move after... No, actually, no, yeah. Thinking about it now, his training move only takes effect when you don't have the sync move multiplier, the sync move buff. So definitely sync move with Zekrom first. Because then that will give you a really big damage increase because of the training move. So yeah, that's the team right there. Zekrom, Luxray, and Hilbert with Samurott. Very good team, and with Hilbert's grid expansion, it complements Zekrom and then big time. So if you have all 3 of them, that's going to be your best option on clearing the stage against Caitlyn. And now finally we have Iris, and she is going to be mixed. So she is going to have Haxorus as her physical attacker, and then the side Pokemon are going to be special attackers. So you got to watch out of those mix of special and physical. But for the strikers, what me and Andrew came up with, you could either have Hydreigon with Iris, because they're going to be a good option. Since they are both, Iris is going to have special and physical attackers, Hydreigon is going to be good when it comes to lowering their offensive stats, because he can lower physical and special attacks. So it will allow you to tank much better too. And then the other option is going to be Signasuit Elisa. And then for the support, we're going to have Xerneas, because Xerneas is a very good support type. And with the move gauge acceleration, it's going to help you with launching off a bunch of moves. And then for the actual like support as your third Pokemon, we have multiple options. So if you didn't use Signasuit Blue against Chantal, you could either bring him, or you could bring Lily with Clefairy. You could bring Togepi and Berg, or you can also bring in Sabrina. And Sabrina is another good choice here too, because she does have that barrier to reduce the physical damage. And we know Haxorus is going to be doing a lot of damage, because he's going to be the main Pokemon to do the damage, with him being able to do or use sync moves. So he's going to be the one that you're going to want to watch out for. So having Reflect, I think the move is, it's going to help with reducing the damage even more, especially if you have Hydreigon to lower the physical attack. You don't have to worry much about the damage Hydreigon or Haxorus is going to do, because you have the Reflect up along with Hydreigon lowering the physical attack as well. But if you were to bring Hydreigon and Iris, the multipliers that they're going to get is going to be good, of course, and then with them being super effective with their sync move, and then if you have them 6 stars, you're going to do a lot of damage. So after one sync move, you're probably going to be able to knock them out, to be completely honest. Especially with it being on hard mode, like maybe 1 or 2 sync moves will be done. But if you do bring Cynthia, Signatude Cynthia with Como, they're going to have the AoE effect, because they are going to be a striker, while Iris and Hydreigon aren't going to be a striker. So it's a trade-off. If you want to go for AoE, then you're probably going to be better off with Signatude Cynthia. But if you want to go for like pure damage on the sync move, then Signatude Iris with, or not Signatude, Champion Iris with the Hydreigon is going to be a good option there too. But no matter the choice that you pick, either Cynthia or Iris, they're both going to be great options. They're both going to do a bunch of damage. And if they do actually, okay, so if Iris has barriers that she's going to be putting up, then you're probably going to want to bring Altaria as well. so that you can get rid of the field effects with that defog. So that's another option there if you want to go that way. But it just depends if they are going to be putting up barriers on the final stage against Iris. So that is something we're going to have to wait and see. But Altera we're going to have to hold off on unless you really want to use Altera anyways, because Altera can hit hard as well. But to go over the team again, for the strikers, for the ones that are going to be doing damage that me and Andrew came up with, we have Hydreigon and Iris, or Signature Cynthia with Como. And then for this two side Pokemon, we have Xerneas with either Signature Blue, Togepi and Berg, Lily and Clefairy, or Sabrina and Alakazam. So the options are great, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do have these Syncers too. And another thing I want to point out, this isn't a complete free-to-play team build for everyone. Because even if you're free-to-play, you probably do have some of these summonable Syncers anyways. Everyone's box is going to look differently, so just go for what you have. Like if you're missing one support, then you could just substitute with another support that can do relatively the same stuff. So you just got to mix and match and do what you can to the best. But these are the team compositions that me and Andrew came up with. Majority of it did come from Andrew, so big shout out to him. And if you do see him in the comments, give him a little thank you. He's a big help when it comes to these videos for sure. But that's going to be it for this. Depending on when I post this, I think I'm going to be posting it the day of. But for those that do challenge Champion Stadium every week, good luck to you guys, even though it's going to be super easy because we're still not in Master Mode yet. But once you unlock it, then good luck to everyone. The medal I cannot wait to get. Probably my favorite one so far, but yeah, I cannot wait for other region champion stadiums. But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully this was helpful to all of you guys, and I'll see you guys later.